yeah, their team fight potential is really good right now on the side of Hippos.
There is, I don't know. Maybe I'm too Knicks focused here, Liz. I know you're trying to take me away from him, but it's just always come back to him because Spike Carapace is really good against all these heroes, and two of them are
Sky,
incredibly squishy.
Spiked Carapace is pretty much good versus every hero in the game.
This is true.
That spell is just ridiculously. Yeah, like talking about Nyx Assassin, you can just say that the hero is good no matter what, and in this particular game, it's no different. He's just very strong.
Absolutely. So Alliance going to take the time on this pick. Maybe didn't quite expect the disrupt. I imagine their thought was what we were theorizing, right? Is Hippomaniacs probably want to get a carry while they still can. What will they get? Hello, Alliance with the Lion. This fits them, right? Because with the Batrider and the Knicks, you have a lot of pick-off potential, and we've seen what stacked up finger charges can do in the late game.
And there's a lot of squishiness on the side of Ancient, so that finger can just zap them.
There was a Razor, they could zap their ass. Razor, a hero that is actually still in the pool, although I'm not sure if you want to try and lane that against something like a Batrider. That feels like a lane that doesn't go as well as you'd like.
It can be all right, but if you have support, but overall, yeah, it's not the best one. I'm just wondering what Hippos are gonna do. They have their last two picks right now, and I'm wondering if this A is gonna be a core or not. I'd rather see it as a support, but then you have Ancient plus Disruptor support, which really is not that great. Like those combination of supports, it's like you're gonna have a position 4 Disruptor or Ancient, and that's just not pretty good. And we talked about the 4 carries that you can pick versus Batrider. They go with the PL. It's not too bad, this game. It's also a hero that can deal with Morphling until that Scuddy is picked up at least. It used to be better once Diffusal worked well versus Morphling. Right now, Diffusal is also good, but not as good as... Another thing is you have Lion with Insta-Hex to initiate on you. You have the Mana Drain versus Illusions Hex. So, and inevitable Agonist on the Lion later on. Well, inevitable, I say that, but it just might be Insania Lion, that poor position 5 Lion that never gets it.
That's a possibility, especially with the Knicks being there. Knicks can be around the 5. We see a lot more teams pivot towards it as a 4. Just get a little bit of gold on it, get the Spirit Vessel at a decent timing. I don't know if they feel the Spirit Vessel is as imminent as it is in some games. Like, it's decent against Sand King here. But PL late game, he's just going to doppelganger that off constantly.
That's definitely true.
I guess the thing to look at with the PL is going to be his laning dynamics, right? Because with the changes to the rush, you want to actually be maxing that out. And if Doppelganger isn't maxed out as well pretty rapidly, then it doesn't matter how many sticky napalms you get off you. Eventually, you'll be overwhelmed.
Yeah, you just got the gank. You just got the Doppelganger earlier versus the Bat for sure on that lane. So you can deal with it. They ban out the Storm Spirit, and this last pick is gonna give away if Ancient is pretty much a mid or a support.
Do they?
It can be played on position 3 too.
I was about to say, do they have room for a Drow? I think like it's available. Either team could take it. I think Alliance would be better if they could get their hands on a Drow right now, right?
Yeah, for Alliance, you would be playing versus PL. PL used to be the counter, but right now he really is not. You get that Pike, you get Mjolnir, and then Phantom Lancer is just not the counter, even if he has a build specifically built versus the Drow, like Shadowblade, to get on top of it with Diffusal. It still doesn't work as well as it used to. But they pick up the Viper.
And the Conqueror in response comes out straight away. Not a bad choice against these squishy heroes we talked about in the mid game. Qualifier could just run through several heroes in the lineup at Hippomaniacs.
Yeah, I mean, Viper is just a solid hero that's going to allow you to just have that one frontliner in the mid game. He can go the Greaves build, he can go for the Athos build. We'll see what he decides to do in this game, but overall it just gives you that playmaker. Well, not truly a playmaker. He doesn't really make a lot of fancy plays, but he rotates across the map like it's his own. He forces the enemy to react to his playstyle, which is gonna allow PL to find easier time farming. So Alliance, they didn't really take a lot of their time answering to this. They instantly go with the Koikwa. That boat buff is really good in this game for them. It also gives them some catch versus the PL and the Sand King. So it is a good pickup, and also it's a hero that does very well early on, just a couple of bracers. Yeah, I like the Alliance's draft a bit more, but there are definitely ways for Hippos to take this one.
Absolutely. Well, that's what we'd like to hear. A draft versus a draft that both can win. We don't usually like these games that are going to end up being a 20-minute stomp because one team just didn't think about what heroes are good. At the same time, though, there is an undeniable factor to this, and as Hippomaniacs, you mentioned it earlier, their supports are pretty weak, pretty flimsy. You know, it seems like you look at this right now, you said they're going to want to make space for the PL. They're going to want to give him time. Does this really come down to how quickly Viper can get his hands on an ATOS, do you think?
Yeah, pretty much for them, that Viper and Saberlight be the heroes that are going to propel them through the mid game. I would really like Hippomaniacs to realize that and not fall in a trap that tier 3 teams usually fall into, and that's trying to put way too many resources early on into their position 1 that doesn't really scale that well early on, and then they have no plays remaining in the mid game because they didn't put those resources where they were necessary. Right now, I think in this game, they need a fat Viper and a fat Sam. If that means the PL is going to suffer early on, so be it. I think that's what they should do. But they might just as well go like tri-lane with this PL, try to give him as much space as possible, and then they're going to have 2 heroes that aren't going to do a lot in the mid game after the laning stage, and that's the Viper and the Sand King. That could happen too. Let's see what they decide to go.
Be interesting to watch, especially if they do run for that tri lane, because that means that Alliance, they could try and run their own tri lane, not against them, but on the other side. Because you think about Sand King, a hero that can greedily farm, up against the Nyx, who can just interrupt you with the double stun.
We see a 5-man smoke, actually.
We do.
It's led by that Sand King that you're talking about.
This is the old Alliance style, though, right? We used to regularly watch Alliance do these smokes deep in straight away to try and get the first blood before the runes are up.
Yeah, that's when they were bad and they needed that.
So are you trying to say
bad, but not that bad?
Are you trying to say Hippomaniacs are just old Alliance right now? They're not good enough?
Well, Boxy is going to be dead.
Yeah, no escape from that. He doesn't want to level into the Firefly. We'll give over the first blood. And by the way, no one from Alliance is bot.
Yeah,
no
one went for that. Yeah, Saberlight might go. Nah, he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to go back to that top rune.
Party in the top lane, buddy.
Insania? Is he just going to snatch that? Yep.
He is. And it looks like Seni snatched the other one, though. Quakefor couldn't do anything against it.
Yeah, and the bottom 2 bounties have not been picked whatsoever. Supreme is running towards that lane. Basically, what Hippomaniacs are trying to do right now is they're trying to plant the PL versus the Batrider. They want to play Sim versus the Batrider, so that's the reason why they were smoked up. They just tried to get more info for them. And he's going to take both bounty runes.
Yeah, you saw him, right? He just turned for a second, like, wait a moment. If that one's here.
Zanny on the mid lane. He's not going to get that. He's been missing way too long. And Morphling just moved it out of the way.
Looks like you're cutting out a little bit, Liz. Let's restart the call quickly. Restart the call so we can have a fresh lizard, a full lizard. All right, we're ready to get busy with Lizzie.
Yeah, let's go.
There we go. He's back, guys.
We back.
Hands up. All right, how's this mid lane? Mickey, he has a decent lead already. I mean, you kind of expect this though, right? Because Viper's not a hard hitter at the start of the game.
There aren't many heroes that dominate Morphling, like in the laning stage. That's the biggest issue about this hero. When he got changed, like a couple of months back, Morphling was good, but you had to give him. Huh?
They might go for him here. Look at the rotation. Tiger was waiting behind the whole time, but no, Mike. He took too much damage. Okay, that looked like it might be a kill, but turns out level 1 Never Toxin does a lot of work to a full RG morph.
I think he's just, like, he has 7 denies and 7 lastings. There is literally no reason for this Nyx to help this Morphling anymore. Viper is already struggling hard on the mid lane, so just leave Mickey to his own devices.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a trade in the end. Batrider for the PL and the Sand King, in fact, does go down in the top. Combo the line, the Kunkka. Muff needs to be careful, actually. Oh, Spike. Quakefor doesn't have a torrent. It's off cooldown now. If he hits it, they'd be able to kill Muff. He decides against it, though.
And he's gonna sell up, move back, should be fine.
A lot of aggression already, though. 2 for 2 and only 2 minutes in. They are actually rotating now.
Yeah, we have Batrider rotating top. Does PL have a port? He does not. Maybe if he buys it, they can react to this. But I don't think so. I believe what happened is he ported bottom, and because of that, Alliance just realized, let's just rotate this Batrider top, and he's going to be fine. We do have an Invis rune on Nyx mid.
He's going to try again. This time they might succeed, though. Curry needs to be careful. Pale's going to connect. Mike hitting a little bit too hard. The Never Toxin won't save the life of the Viper. That'll be a kill.
This Morphling is already having such a good time. Out CSing the Viper and also getting a kill now, as Taiga managed to help him out with that Invis rune. This is a really good start for Morphling.
Yeah, and Nyx is free to make these rotations, and yet Quake is fine in the bot for the moment. There are 3 heroes here from Hippomaniacs. We have to try and get value out of this quickly. Like, I go in, but look at that. I was stuck on the 2 from Insania. Quake is being chased onto right now. The cold feet is there, but he should be able to run this off. No, he's going to come back around. The body blocks in, and Kunkka will fall. Torrent trying to save his life. Wait, he's got sticks still in the south. No, SC is cancelled straight away. I think he maybe could have held that as well.
Man, he actually lives through that. Even the only problem is, as you said, he didn't hold on to the Sal. Because of that, he's very low, and he also does not have a port. And on top lane...
Oh, Sand King's gone again. Foxy is certain dominance.
With Taiga rotations. He found the kill on mid, he found the kill on top, also on the bottom lane. He's been all over the map so far. He's been doing really well.
Taiga making everyone in this game feel like... you know the Dota 2 Reporter series? Rubik always getting nixed. Everyone on this map right now feels like that.
What happened to the Dota 2 Reporter? Is that still coming out?
No, so like he said, it was becoming too much work. Because obviously, you know, YouTube, you don't make too much money anymore, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's just harder. It's like he occasionally does things for different games. I know Hearthstone sponsored him for like a few. So he is still doing things occasionally, but...
We have a double damage on Nyx Assassin. He is scouted out by this ward on the mid lane. So Viper Curry should know that this is coming.
Oh, will it stop him though? Pale comes out. He can't even defend himself because the Spike Carapace would be used.
Should be fine, right though? Is
no.
he?
Spike Carapace. He's baited him in. He was waiting for it. Curry.
Yeah.
Gives his life.
He shouldn't have attacked. He shouldn't have attacked the Nyx Assassin because of that Carapace. And on the top lane, Sand King is being Doven again.
Oh, not like this. Boxy though, no Firefly. Needs to back away. Saberlight can't pursue it even with a bow strike up. He'll go now, but the tower isn't there. Boxy. Panic. Got his south. Stun's going to come out, and now it was just a bait in. Saberlight. Oh no, Foxy! The greed. He gets the kill, but he interrupted his own south by pushing him across like that.
It doesn't matter. He's fine with that as the shrine is now ready and available for him. He's going to go to that shrine with the Nyx Assassin, and it's very well used. On the bottom lane, however, Insania.
He doesn't have Earth Spike. He's dead. Now they're going to harass Quick as well. They don't have the means to kill him.
Yeah, he actually started with that chainmail very early on, just so he does not get harassed and killed off easily by these heroes. And yeah, Insania does fall, but it's not really the biggest kill for them. They don't really get a lot out of it. While if you kill Saberlight Sand King, you're getting a lot more, specifically when you're killing him and the Viper on the mid lane too.
Yeah, and because of this struggling Saberlight Sand King top lane, they have rotated up Senny. Foxy actually going to go on a Saberlight after use the Burrow Strike. He sees Senny now. Sandstorm's going to be used. Dust reveal. There's the last who drags him away from the Sandstorm. And now Sand King's in trouble. He's got the Burrow Strike coming off cooldown in 2 seconds, but Tiger is here. Stun's going to be out. Boxy throws out the Flame Break with 3 sticky napalm stacks. That'll be enough to bring down Senny. He's next on the hit list. The Thunderstrike's going to come out. Boxy says, maybe I die, but if I do, you should be coming with me. Final Thunderstrike. No! It just about gets him. The final hit came out. Now Senny being chased onto Tiger. He can't get out. The kinetic field won't buy enough time. Nyx is the true victor in all of this.
Yeah, he gets a lot of experience there from that solo kill. Disruptor as well, he got a lot out of the Batrider kill, so not too bad for him, not too shabby. They're going to rotate Moff on the mid lane, I believe, as he's going to be getting some levels on that Ancient. But overall, I think the biggest loser of the laning stage is the Viper that managed to die to the Morphling lane a couple of times. And the biggest winner is definitely Mike, as he just had a blast on this mid lane.
Indeed he did, and he might get another one. Look at this. Yeah. Yep, Tiger moves in with a haste rune, and Mike says, I really like Mark. He's going to move across right now, gets the kill, and the TP will be cancelled.
Yeah, and the Morphling is just gonna wail onto this tower, on the tier 1, on the mid lane. That network as well, he's 3.3k right now. He's doing so well, so much work.
I love Muff's attitude. Oh, he can't do that to me again. I'll just TP out once more. With a creep wave pushing in, you're a ball boy.
He's gonna devour this, but he has to be careful. Nyx Assassin, if they decide to dive him again, they can just kill this Ancient.
Yeah, he puts down a sentry, not an obs, and it is nighttime, so they could sneak in. Now they ward down in the jungle, and the thing is they know about this because they blocked the camp, but... Oh. Lion.
They get him?
Yeah, they actually find him. Surprising. So far, Insanity's been pretty good at positioning himself far back.
Yeah, usually, but he was trying to make an aggressive move there on Supreme, and he did manage to impale and hex him afterwards, but he didn't see Seni that was really close by, nearby, and because of that, they just counterplay him and kill him. Nyx Assassin is again rotating mid around, and you can see this Morphling is solo taking down this tier 1. This is a problem. Mickey, if he rolls out of control, it doesn't matter that they're playing versus Ancient Apparition.
Especially when the counter gets put in front of them like that. And yeah, the Dust Top lasts you out again. Saberlight is gone again. Boxy is asserting dominance over the counterpart offlaner from the side of Hippomaniacs.
Yeah, there is an Invis Drone on Seni on the bottom lane, but they really can't do a lot with it.
But mid though.
Yeah,
Muff again. He knows what comes next. Adaptive Strike, Mike, cool boy. Cool guys don't look at explosions. I don't know. Like, is anything really going Hippomaniac's way? Because even bot is now ungankable, seeing as Kunkka has 6, right?
Yeah, like, nothing's going their way. They're trying to rotate the Sand King into the mid lane. Yeah. And luckily for him, they don't have any detection, so he's gonna live, but they still do lose the tier 1. Which is so important for them to still have. And when you consider that they have this Viper hasn't really been able to assert any sort of dominance on the map.
Oh, he'll try now. They find Insanity release, but that's Torrent going to cover them. Qualifier has the boat, doesn't use it though. X comes out. They don't even get the Lion kill. And now they're being dragged back into a mess. They'll get rid of Disruptor first, and they might target on for more. Harry will scare them away for the moment. Kunkka, no X for 20 seconds is only a level 1.
Yeah, not having that last, so they just go back. But Muff on the top lane, again, this Ancient Apparition, he's not having a fun time.
Rinse repeat is the way to define this game so far. And this is actually, I feel like, a big part of why we don't see support AA anymore, right? It's just core AA. There's kind of a niche role, but as a support AA,
it's very difficult. When it's something that has happened to me very often. In my career, like you're playing this position 5 AA and you try to go aggressive tri-lane. If you don't crush that aggressive tri-lane, suddenly you find yourself around this 8-minute mark trying to get some experience across the map, but you cannot stand anywhere. I can't really blame only him, as that mid lane Morphling was way too out of control.
They're trying to catch Tiger here. He'll just TP away though. They used all their stuns. And
he didn't even have to.
This is getting a little bit rough for Hippomaniacs. And I think you're right, it's like, in this type of game, you mentioned the tri-lane scenario. This isn't the old AA. This isn't one of the kings, shall we say, of tri-laning, right? He doesn't have that chill and touch that everyone gets. It's now
exactly
his own auto attack.
It's not nearly as good as it used to be, even when you have a couple of stuns to couple it with. It's just not as strong, and if the reason why you picked AA is his ultimate, and you're rolling him in a tri-lane, like he's not gonna have experience, and he's gonna try to be too aggressive to get it. He's gonna fall because of that. And Saberlight,
no. They are being aggressive up here. The lasso comes out. Saberlight, I feel like saying he hasn't had a game is an understatement. It doesn't quite do what Alliance have done to him justice.
Yeah, I feel bad for this Sand King. Like, very bad. He's not having a game whatsoever. They lost the tier 1 on top lane very early on to Mickey. They also lost the tier 1 on mid to that Viper. Like, there is pretty much very little amount of things that he can do with this Sand King across the map. He doesn't even have that Veil 12 minutes in.
Well, he's getting close at least, but then even once you have it, you haven't got any easy initiation, really, have you?
This is it. This is their chance to make something happen. I believe they should have a smoke flying out to them, yeah, in that courier. They have level 6 on AA, level 6 on Disruptor. When you're losing the laning stage this hard, when you're 5k behind 12 minutes in, you just have to do something about it. And this is usually the play, because if you try to make plays with 2-3 heroes most likely you're gonna fail.
Well,
Supreme.
they're going to be too late. Supreme's dead. They're still rotating around. Kunkka, he's coming in. He sees everything. He's got the boats going to try and move across. Epicenter being charged up. Static Storm as well. Mike, he tried to flex his muscles as hard as you, Liz, but in the end, it was like you after 2 weeks at an event. Full show and Saberlight. There's going to be a turnaround. There's going to be a price to pay. They'll be happy they got Morphlin. They won't be so happy they lost 3 heroes for it. He's got the Burrow Strike to get up the high ground. Boxy moving across. Even if he could get away, the Flame Break would be there to fire from long range.
Bottom line is they lose 3, but they do take down that Morphling, and they had to kill him at least once. Am I saying that this is a good trade for them? Definitely not. It's not great. It could have been much better when you're smoking up like that. Yeah, and top lane as well.
Have mercy on this Disruptor's soul. Fail. A run in with the Firefly active. They throw out the lasso just to deter the TP in. Top lane is pushing in as well.
They're probably gonna fall back as 4 just farm this jungle, ward it up, get some more pickoffs. Their pushing potential isn't really that great without Morphling. Once he gets that critical mass, he's gonna be able to take down towers on his own. But before that happens, they don't really push that fast.
That's the one benefit Hippomaniacs has going their way right now, is the towers shouldn't disappear too quickly. Then again, by the 10-minute mark, there were 2 towers down.
Then again, yeah, Morphling was more than enough to take them down on his own so far. It does change a little bit as he's now playing versus AAU's ulti, and you saw, no matter how far in front you are, early on, at least before you get that Manta or BKB, like, it's very easy for them to take him down. But he was flexing a little bit there. He turned into Sand King and he tried to impale the Sand King before he gets impaled so that he can kind of play with them and run away, which didn't really work out.
Yeah, you feel emboldened, right? Because you see your Kunkka's TPing in. It looks like it's going to be a pinch, you know, a pincer maneuver. And in the end, actually, the meat was stronger than the bread in this sandwich.
Yeah. There's an Atos being built by Viper. He's like 500 gold away. It's another item that's going to help them at least have some catch. As Sand King isn't going for that blink, he still doesn't even have the Veil. He's getting closer to it, but the problem is he doesn't have that blink, so they have no initiation on the side of Hippos. Yeah, you have the Disruptor and the AA, but you need setup for that.
It's situational. It requires people, like, you can maybe set up a kill, but it's like, they had to be running away from me. And we see at the highest competitive level, people know how to play around Disruptors, even past the laning phase, to ensure that glimpse backs to deaths are a rare occasion.
Yeah, if you want to be playing with Disruptor, he's going to break the smoke. The Sand King did.
Tiger says, see you later.
Yeah.
That is sentry down as well.
It was in the wrong spot, however, so that's an old sentry, and it just didn't scout out the Nyx, so he breaks this movement of theirs again, which is really problematic. They had 2 smokes to come back into this game, and both of these smokes, they didn't really work out for them.
And actually, if they're not careful and they push this too hard, Tiger is lingering around with the Vendetta active. They could actually bring in the Kunkka and punish, but do they want to? Is it worth it? The Courier. Uh-oh. Tiger? Is he gonna get it? Yes! He gets the Courier. No sentries for you. The irony of this situation.
He might catch him.
He might indeed. I mean, he won't care as much. Like, I'll give my life for this cause happily. And the other benefit, of course, is he did reach that level 10, so that passive gold is ticking.
I mean, killing the Nyx Assassin right now for Hippos is good, but taking that Courier away from them is even better for Alliance. So it's a trade they're happy to take. Mid lane.
They're going in, they got the lasso, and that's a lot of damage, enough to bring PL down. The Static Storm won't change the outcome. Instead, it'll just add another body to the pile. Senny being chased on his Cold Feet's going to come in just in time. Boxy hit up by the Ice Blast. Should be falling here. The Spike doesn't even connect from Insania.
The amount of time they needed to take down that Bat Rider is just scary. He has that Travels of his and the Hood of Defiance finished up. So he's incredibly tanky versus what's mostly magic damage right now on the side of Hippos.
Absolutely, and he can keep farming to his heart's content with this kind of lead. They should just rename him Fat Rider, because he's a big bulky boy. Like you said, it took a long time. And you wouldn't think it. You know, you don't usually think of Bat Rider as the most tanky heroes, but 2.9 strength gain and magic resistance to boot. It's worrying for Hippomaniacs.
You don't usually think that the position 5 Lion is going to have a Blink Dagger minute 16 in either, and Insania has done exactly that. He already has that Blink Dagger, which gives them another way of initiating. And when you look at Alliance right now, it looks like they're checking all their boxes. You have the Nyx Assassin to initiate with, you have Insania with the Blink Dagger now too. You have the Morphling that's going to scale super well into a real hard carry later on. And you have a Kunkka for that extra utility. Plus, that same Kunkka, he's
Wow.
going for Radiance. And
He's
this
not far
Radiance
off.
is not far off. And this build, sometimes it's a hit or miss. But versus the PL, it's really good because those illusions are going to be mostly missing and not hitting.
That's true. They'll feel like stormtroopers in the middle of battle. And, you know, this is the thing. When we see these PLs picked up, this is a typical item that has to appear on someone in the game. You know, it doesn't seem like a high percentage, but it's enough. They're trying to dangle bot while taking the tower. They got 2 here. They wondered if there'd be a response. And you see how deep Insania is. I still don't think they've seen the blink. Yeah, they are. They're moving him right now. Tiger. He was worried, but now he's got backup. X into the boat. For sure, that is going to be a dead Viper. It takes a little bit of time, but now chase for more. Muff has been seen. Box is going to drag him back with the lasso. The X just to ensure that this marks the spot on which he will die. He doesn't even get that far.
When they picked up the Viper, I was thinking, which hero does his Nether Toxin work well against? Like, why are they getting a break in this particular game? And I couldn't find the reason, so I was just like, all right, maybe they picked it because he's a decent-ish laner and he's gonna get that Atos and Greaves, whatever. But I wasn't thinking about Nyx Assassin and his break, because break for him in this game works so well versus that Viper. And you could see it in that engagement. They start off with the X marks the spot, but Nyx Assassin instantly hits him, applies the break, and then that Viper isn't nearly as scary as he usually would be. So they take him they take him down much easier.
When you think about it, what happens in these fights is Tiger uses break, and then he becomes the Viper role, right? He's the real tanky person in this fight, because Nyx, he's bulky usually, but this is the double bracer. Magic resistance and a lot of health to boot.
What happens in these fights is Alliance comes, they kill off Hippomaniacs, they destroy them, and then they do whatever they want to afterwards. That's pretty much what happened so far. And it's not a really good place for you if you're a Czech team fanboy right now.
Well, you know,
I believe they're Czech.
You could always become an honorary Swede. That's an alternative option. Or honorary Norwegian. They do have one of those.
Mid lane?
Yeah, they're going in. Stuns are coming out. And PL, he knows what comes next. The finger through. It's enough to kill him off. The X going to draw someone back into a mess. Viper, no backup here. The boat didn't connect. Now the epicenter blinking. Forest Dragon at 2. Ice Blast to follow through with this Static Storm. They got a big team ultimate combo going at Kunkka. He will fall. They get rid of the line as well. Tiger next on the hit list. Going to turn around the stuns. The Fire Strike through. BK says, do you think that's good work from the Sand King? Watch what I do as the Sand King. Turn around stun. Cold Feet coming out. The buyback was there with the Torrent covering the Mike Sand King / Morphling, so he can go back in, get rid of the true Sand King, and become the one king to rule them all. Seni are going to be X back into a mess. The kinetic field's going to end. The buyback is out. The clap damage through is enough to bring out the disruptor. Atos going across on the Kunkka. No boat for 10 seconds, and he's feeling the pain.
That's a dieback.
They're going to get him. Dieback indeed. As Mike says, hell no am I your friend anymore. He leaves to pick up the bounty runes. And all in all, Hippomaniacs, they give over a lot, but they get a decent amount in exchange.
Yeah, they got 3 kills. Actually, 4 kills considering Koipa bought back, so they kill him twice, which is really good. But at the same time, they had to buy back almost everyone. Oh, A ulti. Yeah, Mike is just way too fast when it comes to healing there. And this A ulti is also going to give away that they have a ward there now. So not perfect. Overall, though, they bought back, I believe, the Viper, the PL, and who else? On the side of Hippomaniacs. Anyone else that bought back?
It was Viper PL, and that was it.
All right. I mean,
but those are huge buybacks.
But those are huge buybacks, and they're 14k behind. But at the same time, it gives them some breathing room. They didn't lose that team fight completely. They did take down Koikwa twice, and they didn't lose any objectives afterwards. So, silver lining is that it wasn't a horrible team fight for them overall.
Might be another fight in the same location. They move in. Bar Strike comes out. They're looking on line. Atos as well. Spike Carapace. Tiger trying to save the life of his fellow support. Trying to move away. Ice Blast coming in. Won't connect on Insania. Another Bar Strike used in return. We'll get the kill of Sand King. Chase the 4 for Mike. Hit up with the Viper Strike. With the BKB active, they can't do anything else to him. He gets the kill on the Disruptor. They move forward. They bat him in quick. But going to drag back the Viper. And Curry says mercy, please. But there will be none for this scary, venomous opponent. And straight to the Roach Pit they will go.
This is pretty much the God mode. Morphling right now. Has the Manta, has the BKB. If you are Hippomaniacs, you just have absolutely no ways of dealing with it right now. you need to wait for your Phantom Lancer to get more pretty much. He needs more farm. He needs like 2 more items before he's able to fight this properly. And right now, if you are Hippos, you just have to count on catching them off guard somehow and picking them off before they're ready to fight, which is what they did try to do. They just didn't take down that lion fast enough.
Oh, they just delayed this Roshi a little bit. Hippomaniacs moving across. I don't know if they'll be quick enough, though. Epicenter's being charged up. Tiger, he bluffed it. He missed his opportunity to go in, but they don't get the Aegis. Mike, he picks it up. Saberlight uses the Epicenter. Tiger getting low spike Carapace. They're going to drag him back. Static Storm has ended, though, and Tiger looking to move away. Boat coming in. Saberlight in trouble. The torrent just about clipping onto him, and Tiger, even if he goes down, he's bought enough time so that reinforcements are incoming. He's staying alive. Despite Carapace, he will. He'll pop out in the end, but Mike, he'll find vengeance for his comrade. As Senia with the last of 4 Hippomaniacs are all dead.
That's a full wipe right there, as the PL also managed to die on the bottom lane.
Rough occurrence.
Yeah, it's looking really rough. That Epicenter, I respect the play. He read perfectly when that Roshan is going to fall. He channels the Epicenter, jumps in, but just not on point with that Impale, with that Burrow Strike that is, and doesn't manage to stop them from taking the Aegis and Roshan.
And it'll cost them as well, you know, they just threw everything out. Alliance are aware of this, they're pushing in right now, and they're going to find another kill. Curry, he only just got back on the map, now he'll be taking a trip back to his phone. Sponsored by Alliance. There should be a push up onto the high ground, or, I don't know, do you feel like that death delayed Alliance's push enough that Hippomaniacs can feel safe for the moment on high ground?
It's the question of Alliance, if they want to do it or not. And with this X marks the spot, they can send the Morphling back. He can sell some items, heal up, come back. I believe they're pushing.
Yeah, looks like
I believe they aren't going to wait, yeah. There's the BKB ready and available on that Morphling. They just need a proper pick-off. Perhaps you don't want to risk it way too hard, but there isn't really a lot that Hippomaniacs can do at the moment. This is all about discipline right now. And Alliance, truth be told, they're one of those teams that are sometimes even just way too disciplined, let's say. Loda, I don't know what he's doing to them. I don't know if he's beating them or not, but sometimes when they have a chance to end the game, they don't. And this time, however, they do smoke up. Perhaps they can catch a target and finish the game off. See, Supreme is impaled.
Yeah, they're going to stun him up. Static Storm, Fluff doesn't connect on anyone. There's going to be a Morphling coming in. The finger gets rid of Supreme. On the side, the last two dragging in Saberlight. Boxy down to half HP as well. The boat's coming through. The X are dragging back. Saberlight has no way of escaping that either. He's going to fall. Seni did die up top as he came back out towards his death. Mike proving he is the better disruptor here.
And that's it. This is what Alliance did so well right now. And they've improved on this. I like it. They smoke up. They get these crucial pickoffs and instantly onto the high ground. They found the form. They found the formula into breaking high ground, into breaching that was unbreachable for them before.
I mean, you know what it was? They probably heard what you said, and that flashbacks to Loda beating them as like, wait, he beats us if we lose as well. Let's fix this. White Carapace, tanking, in trouble, moving him right now. They're going for him. Atos on the Mike, but he doesn't give a damn about it. So it's BKB active. Ice Blast effect is on him still. But I don't know if they even pop this Aegis. It looks like they won't.
No, they won't. This won't happen, I believe. Yeah, he should be fine. And with X marks the spot, he can go base, heal up.
See you later.
Come back into the fight.
And by later, I mean in 8 seconds maximum.
Plus, because he morphed into Edgy, that one salve is going to heal him up completely. He comes back. And now they can push. They have 40 seconds without that Sand King, so they have a lot of time to work with.
Truly relentless sieging coming out from Alliance. Just like in a Siege for Life, you break away for a moment, you maybe open up the supply lines for the besieged. And Hippomaniacs, the supply lines would be getting some gold on this PL. He can't even get to his Mante. Still halfway to go on that final component. And there's no gold in sight.
We have a BKB completed on Kunkka too, so if he wanted to go onto the high ground to hit these buildings, he could do just that as well.
They'll back away though.
I love these PLs with Morphling's hands. Look at that. It's actually looking like
the hat looks amazing.
StarCraft.
It actually looks, yeah, it looks like the Protoss,
Zealot
right?
From StarCraft.
Yeah,
yeah,
Zealot.
Protoss. Yeah, exactly. Zealot. Yeah, pretty cool.
We're on the same wavelength. We know what we want to see in cosmetics. Time for Valve to buy up Blizzard.
This is it. This is the desperation smoke right now. This is what Hippomaniacs, they don't want to do, but they have to. As two Zealots, they're pressuring their mid lane.
There's the Zeratul when you need them.
They know where Alliance is.
Yeah, but they can't go up. You want to go up the high ground against this? That's the problem for them, right?
You don't want to go low ground, high ground. You don't want to go anywhere but your fountain against this. It's the only thing that can protect you.
Him on a peace treaty.
That bet alone, like, look at him. Like, he has Pipe and Crimson. It's so hard to take him down.
They're going to run into him. They're going to go for
Everything
him. Everything for Box. He almost still gets away. Tiger, stun, lines up on a 2. The waveform through as well. Going to eat the BKB. The Ice Blast gets thrown out, but it's too late. They've lost PL. Sanking next on the hit list, and they're not going to stop. Curry, he knows this villain too well. Goes hitting him in the face in the form of a ship, and the GG comes out. As Alliance, they just dominated Hippomaniacs from start to finish of game 1. They were impatient. They were furious at how long they waited for TFT to be denied until later today. So they're going to take their anger out on Hippos instead.
Yeah, Hippomaniacs, unfortunately, they were the ones to receive the anger of Alliance after the 2-3 hours wait that we had in the first 2 matches. But overall, Alliance, they just executed so well in this game. Everything they did made sense. And I'm not certain if it's because Hippomaniacs aren't really in the same league as they are. I believe Hippomaniacs can play well. But in this particular match, they were just outclassed. It was obvious that they got outclassed by Alliance.
I think it's Lotus beatings. Lotus beatings definitely seem to have had an effect on the team.
That smoke is a huge improvement by Alliance. I didn't see them making moves such as that one before. They save that smoke for the high ground push when it's necessary. They instantly smoke up, they get the crucial target, and then they continue pushing. Like a month ago or a month and a half ago, what would happen is they would just kind of sit around, mingle around that high ground, lose a minute and a half, and then suddenly go back to farming until the opportunity presents itself to them. This time around, they make their own opportunities, which is what I really like.
With that Alliance so far, so dominantly today, failing to lose any games. In fairness, they've only played 2. Although with a 4-hour stream, you believe they played more. We'll be back shortly. This time, I'm praying there are no lobby issues. If there is, I don't know. We'll probably talk to you with like podcasts again. But we'll be back in a few minutes with the second game of Alliance vs Hippomaniacs, where hopefully there will be no technical issues. Hopefully, we will rapidly see if Alliance are just unstoppable. With Hippomaniacs, you know, they got something spicy, something unseen up their sleeve. We'll find out shortly.